Today, we're going to talk about what it really takes to build a durable short-term rental business. One that doesn't just survive, but actually thrives year after year. So let's get one thing straight right from the start. You can have the most beautiful property, an amazing listing, maybe even a killer summer with back-to-back bookings. But that does not automatically mean you have a strong business. See, long-term strength isn't built on a lucky month or a single wave of high demand. It's built on the system you have working behind the scenes.
So what is it then? What's the secret sauce that separates a flash in the pan from a business that's built to last? Well, in this explainer, we're going to get past those surface-level wins and really dig into the core of what makes a business strong for the long haul.
First thing to know is this. The best short-term rental businesses are pretty much never an accident. They don't just happen. They are built on purpose with a game plan where every single piece works together like a well-oiled machine. And it all begins with the absolute foundation, choosing the right property. And I'm not just talking about a nice-looking house. It has to be a property that actually fits the demand in your specific market and, just as importantly, fits your own financial goals.
Then you've got to match that property with the right guest. Who are you really building this for? Is it for families, business travelers, couples on a weekend getaway? When you know exactly who you're serving, you can tailor an experience that they will absolutely love and talk about. And finally, holding it all together are the right operations. These are your reliable, consistent, day-in, day-out processes that make sure every single guest gets a quality experience every single time. These three things, they're the pillars of your entire system.
And you really have to think of it like a set of connected gears. Everything you do has a ripple effect. The property you pick, well, that determines the kind of guests you'll attract. Your pricing, that's not just about money. It's about setting expectations before they even walk in the door. The quality of your cleaning directly impacts your reviews, and guess what? Those reviews directly impact how many people see your listing. If one gear gets stuck, the whole machine can grind to a halt.
And this brings us to a really important idea. You have to look beyond the short-term wins. It is so easy to get excited about a full calendar, but a business can look busy on the surface and still be fundamentally broken underneath.
So on the surface, you see those good bookings, maybe some 5-star reviews roll in, and you think, hey, I'm crushing it. But the hidden reality could be that your prices are so low you're not actually profitable. Or maybe you, the owner, are so overloaded that you're just one bad guest away from total burnout. A few good bookings don't mean your model is built to last.
And this right here is the core mindset shift. You have to stop just asking, am I getting bookings? And start asking, is this business running in a way that is actually healthy and sustainable for years to come?
Okay, so how do you actually build that kind of healthy business? Well, it's all about finding this perfect balance between two really critical things, the guest experience and your own business discipline. So, on one side of the scale, you've got the guest experience. This is all about how the stay feels to your guest. Is it easy? Is it comfortable? Do they get the sense that you've got everything handled? That's the heart of hospitality, right there.
But on the other side, you need hardcore business discipline. This means having standards. Non-negotiable standards for your pricing, your costs, your quality control, all of your daily operations. This is the stuff that protects the business and makes sure it's still around next year.
And the thing is, you absolutely need both. For example, if you're super guest-friendly but you're losing money on every stay, that's not a business. It's an unsustainable hobby. And on the flip side, if you're super efficient but your place feels cold and impersonal, you're going to get hammered in the reviews. The sweet spot, the strong model, is where that warm, welcoming experience meets a profitable and resilient operation.
All right, fourth, you have to realize that a durable business is never set in stone. It has to be designed to adapt. Markets change, guest expectations evolve. What works like a charm today might be totally outdated tomorrow.
This is exactly why the pros are constantly keeping an eye on these key areas. They aren't just reacting to problems. They're digging into guest feedback to see what people will want next. They're tweaking their pricing as demand shifts. They're planning for that furniture refresh 2 years before it's needed. Durability is all about staying proactive. And really, all of this, it all boils down to our final and maybe the most important point. You have to build a CEO mindset. That means shifting your brain from just worrying about the next check-in to thinking like the CEO of a real, long-term business. And a huge part of thinking like a CEO is focusing on resilience, not just growth. Resilience means your business can take a punch.
It can handle a slow month, or a surprise roof leak, or the stress of adding a second property without the whole thing falling apart. A fragile business only works when everything goes perfectly. A resilient one keeps on ticking when things get tough.
So how can you put this into practice? Think of this as your long-term checklist. It's the lens you should look through for every big decision. Just keep asking yourself these 5 questions. Is my property still the right fit? Is my ideal guest crystal clear? Is the experience we're delivering truly strong? Are my systems reliable? And can this business adapt? Asking these questions is what keeps you in that CEO chair.
Ultimately, it all comes down to this. The moment your focus shifts from just getting the next booking to ensuring the long-term health of your entire operation, that's when your decisions get smarter, your standards get higher, and your business gets truly strong.
So, putting it all together, the right property for the right guest, delivering the right experience, all supported by disciplined, adaptable systems, that is what elevates your property from just another listing on a website into a real, durable business.
And that leaves us with one final question for you to think about. Are you just building something that can get bookings today, or are you building a business that can stay strong, profitable, and in your control for years to come? Because in the long run, that's the only question that really matters.